Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. I'm going to start off with one card from the Prisma Visions Tarot and then finish it off with one card from this box of cards. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And before I get your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. So I did see the number 55. So there could be some small changes or a smaller inner transformation, maybe like a slight change in perspective that could be significant here. I'm also getting fixated on this. I'm not really sure what kind of like insect it is, but it reminds me of a mosquito. And that instantly made me think of like vampires and energy vampires. So there could be someone here who, it feels like they're attached to you in some way, but they also drain you in some way, mentally, emotionally, materially, financially. I don't want to use this word, but it kind of feels like someone who is like leeching off of you. And this, I don't know, maybe it's important to communicate and to set boundaries. I'm not sure. I thought I felt something else. Oh, I got a little bit of a flash of the card at the bottom of the deck. I didn't see what card it was, but it looked like, based on what my peripheral was seeing, it looked like a card from the Swords suit. So that makes a lot of sense. There's some mental or emotional attachment that you could have to this person. It's like almost like codependency is what I'm feeling, and it doesn't have to be romantic. Well, actually, I just now looked at the bottom here. It was the Nine of Swords, so I definitely feel a lot of fear in this situation that makes it hard to set boundaries or to put space between you and this other person. Which is interesting because the card just fell on the floor, and it's the Four of Swords, and there's something so, it's hard to describe, but it's like, it's not really exhaustion, but it's like taking a break from the conflict and the chaos, just really, really connecting with stillness and slowing down. Maybe meditation could be significant for you. The zodiac sign of Libra is on here. That could be a very, very significant zodiac sign for someone. I know that that zodiac sign is associated with the major arcana, the Justice card. So there definitely needs to be more balance in a situation, more justice, more fairness. It feels like on your part, you're overgiving. And it's time to rest and just really take time for yourself. I just feel a real need here for space and just really, really connecting with your mind, your heart, your spirit, your soul, your passion. It feels like there needs to be a clear break in the energy here between you and another person, for sure. I'm not sure what planet this is, this symbol that looks like the number 4. I think it's Saturn or Jupiter. I'm not sure. But since it looks like the number 4, and I noticed it is on the Four of Swords. So again, stability is something that really needs to be prioritized here. The number 2 or 222 or whatever could be significant as well. Maybe there is a symbol that you know that looks like the number 2 that could be significant. Since this is a swords card, the one connected to your mind, at least in the way that I interpret the tarot cards, this is definitely more of like a mental or emotional stability that needs to be prioritized. So that way you can attract people, places, things, whatever, that don't feel like a weight or like it's dragging you down. And I'm not saying that this other person is dragging you down, but it definitely feels like they are holding you back in some way. I just get this strong sense of stillness in the 4 of Wands here. And it's like there's something here about like a cool breeze. So maybe there's something meditative about being outside or reflecting outside, resting outside, thinking outside, observing nature, really connecting yourself with the earth. Overall, this does feel like a message about grounding yourself so that way you can find the clarity that you need to understand how to move forward with this person in a way that is healthy and fair. Fairness feels like it's coming through so strongly. And oh my gosh, the number 2, I said that could be significant. On the side of this box here, there's a number 2. So pay attention if you see the number 2 or 4 or 222, 444. Pay attention. I'm going to go ahead and get this last card here. Wow. Okay. So this says 2 things. The first side that I saw, it says right, and I just saw 333. So it's confirmation there that for someone specific, you need to express yourself through writing, whether it's journaling, automatic writing. You need to write. And I saw 3, 4, 5. You need to write for a reason. Maybe there's something here that you're going to channel, whether you realize it or not. If you allow yourself to write how you feel, you know what's going on the inside, bringing your inner world out. And really being honest with yourself about how you're feeling, how you're doing. And setting your priorities straight in a way that you don't put others before yourself unless you can. Unless you have the space in the room. But right now I'm getting this energy that you don't have the space right now to choose somebody else. I saw 432. You don't have this space for a reason. It feels like you need to heal something. I just feel a lot of weight in this energy, and it's very contrasting to this breezy, relaxed, centered 4 of Swords energy. But on the other side it says, you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve to write, to express yourself, to use your voice. You could actually be like, maybe you want to be an author or some sort of writer. Maybe you're meant to tell your story in a specific creative way, whether it's writing or not. But yeah, you deserve to choose yourself, to take time for yourself, to say no, to set boundaries. But also, be mindful of your responsibilities as well. Prioritizing yourself is not about ignoring the needs of others. It's about holding people accountable to make sure that they do what they need to do to make sure their needs are met. So you don't have to completely just cut off this person, kick them out, whatever's happening here. But I do feel here that you at least need to be holding this person more accountable for their own well-being, for their own independence. And I just saw 555. Yeah, something really needs to change here. And that change really starts within yourself. And that's interesting because I forgot to mention it earlier. I saw 122, which is a sign that change starts with you. And then 123, which is another sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. That message of everything happens for a reason is coming through quite a bit to the universe. And your spirit guides want you to know that you have the strength and the will and the courage and the patience to do what is right by you, to do what you deserve to do. Whoever needs to hear it, you deserve to be independent. You deserve to make sure that the only needs that you need to be worried about are your own, of course, unless you have kids. But this feels like someone who is more like grown and, you know, just very capable of doing things on their own, or being independent, or being, you know, whether it's emotionally independent, financially independent. This person needs to learn to stand on their own, to stand on their own 2 feet. Maybe you could somehow support this person in helping them get, I almost want to say, back on their feet. So maybe you're temporarily supporting this person, but you also need to encourage them and push them to get back on their own 2 feet. I want to say don't let this person get comfortable, but also don't stress them out. It's a balance. It really is a balance. I know what it's like to be in that position. It's valid for you to want them to, for you to want to push them to change and to, you know, work towards their own independence, but it's also important that you don't put too much pressure to the point that it feels overwhelming and unproductive. So maybe that's what you need this space away for, or this really looking inward, this slowing down, this thinking and reflecting. How can I move forward in a way that is best for everyone, that creates an environment of building and nurturing rather than destruction and whatever the opposite of nurturing is? Maybe you could somehow nurture this person, but that doesn't mean, you know, treat them like a child or anything like that. It's just about support, really, and cheering them on and helping them in that way, mentally, emotionally, and financially if you feel called to, but you're allowed to choose yourself as well. So you move forward in the way that you feel called to. You know, take these messages however it resonates. Just make sure that you have the room, the space, and the time to take care of your own self. And to, you know, just care about your own goals, you know, your own priorities and where you want to be in the future. Maybe there could be a little more teamwork between you and this person. It depends. Like I said, take it however it resonates. The only thing that just really feels like it's coming through, just make sure you're doing things in a way that are fair, not only to this person, but also fair to you. You are definitely in a position of power, and you need to use this power wisely in a constructive way. That's the best way I can explain this energy. So that will be the end of your reading. I really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you liked it, hit the like button to show me that. That is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more and hear what's on your mind. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It always means so much to me and makes a difference one way or another. And the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.